Del Fornio restaurant in the state capital of California with former California State Controller Steve Wesley, one of the key figures in a little company called eBay. And we're talking a little bit about what his future plans are. I know that, Steve, you've been saying that you're going to continue to be involved in politics, possibly run for a high office in the future. But in the meantime, I suspect you're going to have something to do with technology. What might that be?
Well, what I'm excited about is what I think is probably the challenge for our generation. That's global warming and how to make America the cleanest and greenest country in the world. California ought to lead that. We did that with catalytic converters in the 70s. We've done it in the 80s and 90s. I want to make sure we keep our leadership role. So I want to help young entrepreneurs build the companies of the future. Try to find the next eBay or Google of clean tech. We're looking at firms in the solar area. We're looking at firms in the electric car area. We're looking at biofuels. All things aimed at reducing global warming, increasing global security, and making California a leader again.
So you may be involved with one or more companies in solar, electric, and possibly
alternative fuels. I'm going to be helping young entrepreneurs create jobs in the state, keeping California a leader, and doing everything we can to help reverse global warming. This is the issue of our time.
And you think California can be a technological leader in this new area?
California absolutely should be the technological leader when it comes to electric cars, when it comes to solar generation, when it comes to rooftop solar. Stunning things being done to dramatically reduce the cost of rooftop solar. Even research being done here, pioneering research to create, if you can imagine, solar paint. Literally paint
solar paint
house with solar that collects, creates energy, and so on. We're talking about cars of the
future. Would that involve nanotechnology, or what would that?
That's exactly right. In fact, there's a conference coming up in just a few weeks in Palm Springs, and it's an interesting conference because the first 2 days were on nanotech. The leaders from all over the world on nanotech will be coming together. It ends at lunchtime on, I think, a Wednesday. Starting that afternoon at 1, will become a conference on clean tech. And the two conferences are put together so you can stay for all of it, or some or not. I'll be giving the keynote luncheon speech. It'll be combining the seminal work in both areas.
It's very interesting. Now, you see large-scale solar arrays in the future?
Absolutely.
Solar generating plants?
I mean, the holy grail in energy production has been, can anybody produce alternative energy, clean energy, wind, solar, etc., at a lower per kilowatt cost than natural gas or coal? I think the day is coming when we can produce through large-scale utility generation size capacity solar that will be competitive with natural gas and coal. There are tests being done now that are very positive, and I hope that whoever wins this technology race is a California company, and I plan to be involved in helping determine who wins that race.
Now, vehicles and new fuels, what do you see happening there?
Stunning things. Again, what we want to do here is not only reduce the pollution of vehicles. Remember, America, a fraction of the world's population, produces a quarter of the world's carbon emissions.
Right.
But China is coming on like a freight train.
They're building, what, 40 coal plants a year, something like that?
Building 40 to 50 coal-powered plants a year. Again, plants that have largely been outlawed in the United States. We're building barely 1 or 2, that have now leapfrogged Germany and Japan is the second largest buyer of autos in the world. If we can help the Chinese build not only more fuel-efficient utility plants, but provide the technology for clean electric vehicles. By the way, not only using battery and electric car technology developed in the United States and I hope in California, but potentially the solar technology as well. Ponder this, the day when you drive your car into your garage, an electric car, like the one being built by Tesla Motors, that gets a range of 250 miles, goes 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds. You can simply drive into your garage at the end of the day, plug into your garage, solar power panels on the roof, never pay a penny for gas or for electricity ever again. If we can do that in California, we have a chance to change the world in a way we haven't done since the gold rush or the introduction of the motion picture industry.
Right. So you might stay involved in politics, I understand. You have a PAC, which is what, the California Leadership Committee, is that the name of it?
when I campaigned for governor, I said, I want to bring the best and brightest with me back into government. The smartest people in our state are going off to become venture capitalists or entrepreneurs or investment bankers. They're not coming into public service. And if this were a small state, it wouldn't matter. But when you have a state, it's the 6th largest economy in the world. It matters when we get the best and the brightest coming back to government. And I wanted to bring those people with me had I been elected governor. But I realized when I didn't win, I could still do that. And so literally one of the benefits of having traveled up and down the state is I found a group of 10, 15 people, and there'll be more over time, that literally have the ability to take this state to the next level. So I've created a political action committee to help the best and brightest of this huge nation state to help elect the caliber of public official the state deserves.
Do you see a run yourself in the future again?
Yeah, we're absolutely open to that. Right now, I'm happy to have a little more time with the family, and I coached my my son's soccer team this fall. We're gearing up to start basketball season next Saturday, but we're not closing any doors for the future. I'm just excited about being in California. I'm excited about public service.
As a conditional yes.
I think a conditional yes is fine. You'll have to talk to my wife to get final sign-off.
Oh, sort of like Maria Shriver, I guess.
I think a lot like Maria Shriver. I'd love to see the two of them arm wrestle.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Steve.
You bet.